This is KCR, the sound of state.
Just take a nice breath in. Exhale that breath. Just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing of importance for you to do except relax. Relax.
Guys, this is another episode of Scarlett Letter. I know you've been waiting all Tuesday for this.
It's Techno Tuesday, our favorite time of the week.
Techniche Tuesday.
Oh, Techniche Tuesday. We are joined in the studio by
Rudy Myxzlplix Molinau
and
John Vilotti.
Awesome. It's great to have y'all here.
It's amazing to have you here.
Great to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
definitely. And I want to ask you something,
Of course.
Go for it.
okay?
That's why we're here.
Tell me, what do you guys do and your essence?
Yeah, tell us your brand.
Okay, well, I'll leave this to Rudy because, he's the creator of Techniche. So,
Yeah, as far as Techniche is concerned, I mean, it's our events that we do. We do a monthly event at Rich's every first Thursday of the month. And then we do other events at different places around the city, and we're starting to branch out to other areas of the country.
What other areas are you branching out to?
Well, we played, some guest spots in Los Angeles and in Vegas.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's it for now, but we're working on some other ones.
And it's pretty obvious by the name, but what do you play? Tell the audience.
Well, Techniche basically is just tech house to techno.
Everywhere in between?
And everywhere in between.
Yeah.
So, in a little bit of,
Right.
progressive house or, what we call dark house, I guess.
Oh, we've
Yeah,
had a little
or-
bit of that dark side on this show
Oh, yeah.
before.
or melodic house and techno.
Melodic. You're more on the melodic.
Yeah, I love playing melodic, but I know there's this new genre that's been created, I feel like, in the last year or so. That's
I feel like
melodic house and techno.
there's like a new genre created every
Yeah.
second. I
It's
feel like
so hard to define
all this
music
new
these
upcoming
days.
producers and DJs, they create their own brand and their own style, and it's pretty great.
No,
I
that's a
th-
great
I
thing.
think it's great.
There's a lot of new art coming out, right?
Yeah, and there's just so much music out there that they're blending genres that it's hard to really put it into one. So a new genre's created.
Definitely. And Rudy, Myxzlplix,
Yeah.
you've been a DJ and producer for many, many years.
Yeah, quite some time.
So how did you get to this point?
I don't know, to be honest. That's a good question. I just kept doing it. I've been DJing and producing. I've been DJ since I was 13.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not going to say exactly how old I am, but I've been doing it for
Secret.
over 30 years.
So you're 25 now.
I'm 25 now,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Started
but
in the
I've
womb.
You're
yeah.
the youngest DJ right now in the world.
Yeah. I've been doing it for a very long time. It was just something that just kind of struck me early on, and just gradual. There was different points that were kind of influenced me. But once I went to a club and saw a DJ, that was just kind of it. I just kind of was focused, and it just seemed kind of very natural to me. So I've been doing it, ever since.
You've been
done
around the
mo-
world. You've been to many places.
Yeah. I've been very fortunate to travel a lot of places, but San Diego is always my home, and that's why Techniche is very important to me, because it's something that I wanted to have obviously for myself, I'll admit, but obviously, for other talents, like John and Josh Taylor, who's our other resident DJ, and all the other guests that we have in San Diego and from abroad. We've had, guest DJs come from out of town. But San Diego is, it's my home. I love traveling and I love playing out to other cities, but San Diego is, it's my home, and I wanted something to kind of build and, be proud of and call home base.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
just-
And I can see it with your events and the crowd. Like, we feel it. We really do. And John,
Yes,
you have been a resident DJ for Techniche.
I am. Yes.
You are.
Yes,
currently
I
are.
am.
You
I
currently are.
and I have been for a year and a half or so.
Oh, that's awesome.
No,
Yeah,
but more
and-
than
Like
that,
a
I
year?
would,
I
I
don't
would
know.
say
I guess we're coming
from
up-
the get-go.
We're coming up on 3 years, so yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And you've played in a lot of places in San Diego. Like,
Yep, I played around a little bit. Not
What are
as
some of the
much.
highlights?
Not as
Anything
much.
that we might be familiar with?
In San Diego?
Yeah, places you
Um,
played in the city.
You know, I did a little thing at Onyx for a little bit. We tried to do like a house night there.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I, I when I first started DJing about 6 or 7 years ago, I was at Bourbon Street on Sundays. So that was kind of like a go-to on Sundays for a long time back in the day. Of
No
course,
big deal.
Bourbon
we
Street
do-
doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. But
You also play like at AC Lounge.
yeah, AC Lounge,
Have you played a
Blonde Bar.
Blonde?
Yeah.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
I-
Blonde Bar.
Blonde is fun.
Yeah, and the T is for Techno guys, the
Oh,
Native
oh,
Aliens.
yeah,
So I played their event out in the Miracle Springs.
They're stealing our brand. No big deal. Man, that's really
So, yeah.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
great to have y'all in the studio. I wanted to just point out something. We have 2 mixes on today. This is something that we haven't done quite yet on
Mhm,
Scarlett
it's
Letter.
the first time, and it's the first time we have 2 guests.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
so
studio.
we're excited to get some new
Cool.
stuff out for you tonight.
I just gotta ask one last thing.
of
How did you
course.
guys meet? I need to know.
Just through the music. I mean, we,
Yeah.
know, we
You guys
just-
got connected to the music.
Well, we got to give credit to Satchmo. I
Well,
think
so
Satchmo-
a good friend of
DJ
mine when I
Satchmo
first started DJing, DJ Satchmo, he kind of, if you will, kind of found me and was like, "Hey, I want you to start playing my events." But he's been doing it for 20 plus years, so he knew everybody.
Yeah.
And so I started doing my residency at Bourbon Street with him, and we had Rudy as a guest, Myxzlplix as a guest DJ. So that was the first time we met. But we kind of connected because I kind of had that more kind of darker house sound, and
Yeah.
we just connected on that level of music to where we always stayed in touch. And when Rudy started doing more events, he asked me to be a part of them, and
That is so
of course
awesome.
I said yes.
Hashtag best friend goals.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hashtag squad goals,
I mean,
hashtag
to his
techno.
credit, he struck me right away. I was like, this guy's, there's something different about him, and I like it a lot. He's playing something, he's playing his own sound, and he's really focused. And at the time, even to now, he's got a sound that is really his own, and that kind of really struck me.
Awesome.
I was
It's
like,
awesome.
I gotta have this guy on my team. I gotta have him on my team. Yeah.
It's all just a big family, and
That's
everybody finds
beautiful.
It is.
themselves
I love
when they
it.
need
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connected to the music.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
amazing. And speaking of connecting to the music, I think we're going to start with Myxzlplix's mix here first. Anything you want
Are
to
we?
say? Any liner notes before we launch into it?
Sure. Yeah, I thought we were gonna play John's mix first, but yeah, we can play mine. It's just part of my my latest mix off of our radio show, which we do weekly. So, but it's I did a mix a couple weeks ago, and this is I think roughly the second half of it. So,
Sure.
but yeah, pretty
Yeah,
straightforward.
if you like, we can
techno.
actually start with John's mix.
Do it.
We have them both cooked
Yeah.
up.
Why don't you start with mine?
Beautiful.
We were
Let's
meant
do
to
Yeah,
be
get
prepared
ready
for
to get
that.
your mind blown, people.
Mentally
It's
prepared
Techno
for that.
Tuesday.
All right, Techno
Techniche
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Techniche Tuesday.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Here we go.
Woo!
Love it.
Hey, you are listening to KCR College Radio, the award-winning sound of San Diego State. This is San Diego's best AM/FM radio station, period. I don't know what we did. Maybe it's all this sick music that we've been releasing. It's us. It's just everybody. You can listen live on AM 1610 if you're in the immediate college area, or you can listen via the TuneIn app on kcr.stsu.edu. There's all sorts of awesome stuff you can see. We have a bunch of great shows pretty much running 24/7. I mean, I say that, but they end at about midnight. We're burning the midnight oil here on Scarlett Letter. Feel free to call in at 619-594-6982. That's 619-594-6982. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
All right. Hey, welcome to the program, Nick. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for calling into the radio show. This is actually our first caller.
Oh, sweet. Fantastic. I'm so very honored.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us where you're calling from, and do you have any questions for either of our DJs?
So I'm currently calling from Monterey, California, which is about 400 miles north of San Diego.
Oh yeah, but who's counting? All right.
Yeah, wait, sorry, say that one more time.
Who's counting how many miles are away? It's just great that we can reach out to so many people over this digital medium.
Hey, did you call us not so long ago? I think our second show, right?
Yeah,
Oh
that was
my
me.
God,
That was me.
that's so awesome! Thank you for calling and for the love. Like, we really appreciate it.
Of course. I mean, I freaking dig it, you know? You guys are putting out some really cool stuff, and I really appreciate, like, the energy is really great, and yeah, keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, we are uploading this shows on SoundCloud. Just look up Scarlett Letter on SoundCloud in case you miss one or you want to show it to your friends or share it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're checking everything
Okay,
out.
sweet.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, anything you
Yeah, we'll
wanted to
definitely
ask?
start building I was going to say, we're going to start building you an audience out here in Monterey.
Beautiful.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
We're
awesome.
done. Let's go to Monterey.
Yeah, let's all go to Monterey. You're a DJ too,
Do
right?
it, man. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, he's a DJ too. And he's going to be on this show at some point. We're going to meet up, we're going to re-record an interview, and then we're going to play it live on air. It's a bunch of firsts here.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
We're being true to our art.
Love it.
All right, Nick, well,
Indeed.
thanks for calling in. We're going to continue on with this mix on Scarlett Letter.
Woo!
Awesome. Have a good show.
All right,
Thank
later,
you.
dude.
Thanks for calling.
All right, welcome back to Scarlett Letter. How about that sick mix, right?
Sick.
Sick mix. All right, I want to give us a little bit of exposure here for some of our KCR-sanctioned ad copy. We have an ad here for the North Park Observatory. Did you know that it's an amazing venue that you, yes, you,
Say what?
I'm looking at you can win tickets for shows there. You can check them out
God.
at kcrlive.com, and you can get a chance to win tickets to concerts throughout the semester. We have all sorts of cool stuff coming up. You can follow us at KCR College Radio for more opportunities to win. And once again, that is kcrlive.com. What else you got for us, Scarlett?
Head to newcenter.sdsu.edu/events to see all of the events and opportunities available to SDSU students, such as leadership workshops, movie nights, sports games, and career fairs. Whoop, whoop. There is plenty to get involved in, so check out newcenter.sdsu.edu/events today, or tonight, or anytime,
Yeah.
whenever you want.
I'm pretty sure, unlike the San Diego Mesa College website, that one closes at night. Riddle me that one, folks.
We don't need that. SDSU for life.
Yeah, kcrlive.com is open 24/7 whenever you want to get your ticket fix. Go check it out. We are
Or
joined
any-
in the studio by the lovely Scarlett Santamaria.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, it's me. And Sam.
Oh, yeah, me too. And we also have... We have Myxzlplix.
Yep.
And
There we go.
And John Vilotti.
John Vilotti. Welcome
Yes.
back to the studio, folks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so
Thanks.
we're back for the second part of the interview.
Yes.
And I want to know, where did Techniche originated? Like, what inspired you to create this?
I guess that'd be my question. Wow. Well, I have a really good relationship with Rich's. I've DJ'd there for a long time. And I've been wanting to do a night. I've done a couple of nights, a couple of events at different venues with John, in fact. And in the main room in Rich's, on Thursday nights they have their ladies' night, which they do the front room, and then the back room is, but now it's occupied. Now we're doing house, but we're also doing Techniche, of course. But I just looked at the room and I really loved the club. You know, I have a really good relationship with the club and the staff.
Oh, yeah,
and
Rich
they're,
is
they're
awesome.
really, yeah, and they're really, you know, they're really helpful and really supportive. And they have probably one of the best sound systems in the city.
Really?
Yeah, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Oh, yeah, you go
they
in,
do.
it's almost like a music festival in there.
It's awesome.
Yeah, best sound and lighting system. So kudos to the Rich's team for that.
You're in for a great time.
Yeah. So I just looked at it and I wanted to do something. And, you know, I've been playing house and techno for a long time. And I kind of, you know, gravitate a little bit more towards tech house and techno. I was playing before, you know, out in different events, and I was playing for a thing called Subdivisions radio show as well. And I just needed to do a night. And I asked Rich, hey, you know, can I do a night here? And they said, sure. And I've been blessed with that and with, you know, with them giving me the get-go. And I just said, I got to do something for, you know, obviously for me. I'll admit it's a little bit selfish, but I needed an outlet
Yeah.
to play
That's
the
where you
music
let
that I
go.
wanted to.
That's where you are yourself.
Yeah.
You would say. Because
Yeah.
I've seen you play with both as Moody Rudy and Myxzlplix.
yeah, my
So
alias,
I see you
so.
more in your element when you're playing techno, definitely.
Yeah, that's my heart and soul. And I didn't want to compromise on playing just anywhere. I mean, I love playing guest spots, but I just said this room needs something. It just needs to happen.
Yeah. So what
yeah.
separates you guys from other techno events? And you can both answer, like, your opinions.
Well, I don't know. That's not really a simple question. Or there's not really a simple answer to that question, I guess I should say. I don't know. I think just the consistency of it, but there's so many events going on that are so good.
And your theme, too, like with the
And-
astronaut, like, where'd that come from? I love it, by the way.
Oh, the astronaut?
Yeah, you guys always have, like, the astronaut hanging in, and you guys have more like a
Yeah.
cosmic, like, intergalactic feel.
Well,
like,
I mean, when I started doing the designs, I was just kind of looking for some inspiration, for some, you know, to kind of get it going. And I just, you know, with the logo, it seemed very futuristic. And there was this one image, the first astronaut image that we've used and we still use, and it just seemed to pair really well. And then I thought about the astronaut in itself as a metaphor. The astronaut is a brave person who wants to explore new territory through technological means. So that just seemed to kind of fit with what we're doing, and in turn it kind of made a mascot for us.
Yeah,
And
it's always there.
And then we just, I just decided in my head, like, hey, let's make an astronaut so we can hang, from the ceiling and he can spin around and it'd be a good prop. I think one of the things, I mean, and it's not to say that it separates us because, like John said, there are other, crews that do events. But the one thing that we do that we try to do at least with Techniche is to make it as an experience and not just like one night. It's just something, you can kind of immerse yourself into. For me, a club is about that. It's about, letting go and letting, just searching, for yourself and your personality and letting go into the music. But everything else around it needs to be in sync as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The lighting and, the decor helps. And obviously the people and the atmosphere. And, it's, if anybody's been to Techniche and been to Rich's, how big that room is. It's not, huge, but it's definitely one of the bigger rooms in San Diego. So you need to kind of fill it up.
Yeah, definitely.
So
and
for us,
and
it was
it's
just
so
like,
fun.
yeah,
And
let's put
it's
something
a
in there.
struggle for me because I work there as a shot girl. And sometimes I just want to throw my shots and just start dancing because the music and the feels are so good. I'm like, why do I have to work?
Right.
No, I think it's an
Just do it.
interesting.
Just throw your shots at me.
I think it's an interesting juxtaposition between the astronaut imagery, just kind of floating in a dark, empty space,
Yeah.
and kind of the exact polar opposite of that is filling a space with light and sound and people. It's the absence of empty space. What you're trying to do is create an experience, like you said.
Yeah.
It's so interesting seeing how people craft that brand too. Like, where can you see Techniche elsewhere in San Diego? Like, are there any other events that you've seen that kind of you drew inspiration from, or anything you've done?
In San Diego? Not really, I'll be honest. For me, a lot of the models and the influences that I get are outside of San Diego. They're more international. People like Adam Bayer and Drum Code.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of the heavy hitters and just a lot of the European things. And also too, for me, it was kind of the old school, like, DJ aspect. And if some people remember like 90s house, you'll know like Junior Vasquez and Danny Tenaglia, like these legendary New York nightclubs. And it's where these guys played weekly, and they played, by themselves. Like Junior Vasquez is known for playing like 12, 16-hour sets, there. And that was kind of part of the impetus is like, okay, let's do that. It's like, let's bring it back to kind of the residents, and create an identity. And it's great that we have guests, by all means. And it's great that we do that.
Well,
but we wanted to have like a signature and something that people can go, oh, I know, what I'm going to get when I go here.
Yeah, this is what
you know.
Techniche is. Like, it's like, this is what I'm going to remember.
Yeah.
And I have a question,
Sure.
and you guys can both answer individually if you want.
Sure.
Is there a moment as a DJ or in the Techniche career that you guys both have that was really positive and that you remember, like a special moment that you're like, okay, this is it, like I made it, or this is like something that I will remember forever?
I mean, I can't recall one specific. There's been like several probably, but I mean, it's always nice when the dance floor is full. You feel like you're doing the job right. You're doing
But
something
you don't have
right.
like any
And it's
specific,
sort of like a positive affirmation.
yeah. But any
Um,
specific event that you remember that was like impacting to your life?
I mean, it's hard because there's so many that have just built off of one another. It's hard to just recall one specifically. I know when we took Techniche to Vegas, that was awesome.
Oh,
and
there
that
you
was
go.
just
Yeah.
fun. I
That
know
sounds
that was
awesome.
outside of
Shout out
Rich's.
to John Joseph and
Yeah.
the parties for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
parties
Hello,
was
John
awesome.
Joseph.
Yeah. No, that was awesome for them to include us with that. And I know that's outside of Rich's, which we were just hyping up. But,
Yeah.
it's like every event, there's always a unique experience.
Yeah.
There's something that happens with every event to me where I'm just like, I got to keep doing this. This is why I'm doing it. And this is what I love about, playing music. And this is what I love about this genre of music is that it's just, there's something different about it, and it's hard to put into words, but I feel like every event, there's always something that does exactly what you were asking me. It just makes me want to keep going. That stands out.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, I think for me, I think maybe it was our second or even our first anniversary. We're coming up to our third in February, but it's once somebody said, "Hey, you guys have been doing this for 2 years," and for me, I'm always on the grind. I'm always like pushing, the envelope with Techniche, trying
Yes.
to do better. I'm my own worst critic, and
Yes.
I'm always trying to do like, what's the next level?
Yes.
What else can we do?
Definitely.
So for me, it's like hard for me to sit back and go, oh,
Yeah,
this is,
because there's just too
is
many
great.
events that you remember. So
Yeah.
I have one more question.
Sure.
What do you think of the underground music scene in San Diego? Positive and negative?
I think, well, I'm always going to be positive about it because I think it's growing. I mean, the term underground is weird to me. I don't think it describes like a genre of music. It describes an event. Like underground event is somewhere that's at a warehouse, that's after hours, that's somewhere you're not supposed to be. But if you're talking about just like
Just
the Techno
non-mainstream,
Tech-House,
non-mainstream.
non-mainstream
Yes.
scene of that style of music, I think it's come a long way. But again, I've only been doing it for 6 or 7 years. Rudy's been doing it for a little longer, so he may have like really be able to see the difference. Maybe I'm just more in tune because I'm becoming more a part of it. But I think it's going great. There's a lot of people doing a lot of good things. There's a lot of, like your first guest, Sebastian Karma. He's doing a great event.
Yeah, Divinity.
Yeah, Divinity. The Native Alien guys. There's.
Yeah,
I mean, I can go on and
Keys
on.
for Techno.
I hesitate mentioning people because I'm always going to leave someone out. But there's just so much that's happening and it's building, and I see everyone working together like I never saw 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah.
There's just too much separation, but it's really coming together, and I'm happy for that. So I think it's going good.
Yeah.
And we have one more question by Sam, the
Yeah.
bomb question.
Okay, this is a little tough, and you can answer this however you feel comfortable. But this one's kind of going out to all the different DJs who haven't been doing this so long, or maybe have, and haven't felt like giving up yet. What was the biggest bomb, or maybe the worst situation you found yourself in? Either it was just not the right mood for the right crowd, or some kind of big difficulty that you had to overcome.
Well, I'll go first. I mean,
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah, you
it
go
was just, technical malfunctions of the equipment just going out, and, you're in the middle of a set and everything just shuts down. The crowd doesn't know what's going on.
That's the
They
worst.
just think it's my fault.
Ugh.
And to somehow play that off, or at least to get it going again, you literally just want to, like, walk out and just be like, no, I'm done.
Did you get booed? Did you get tomatoes thrown at you?
No,
The cartoons?
it wasn't so much a boo, but there was definitely a lot of noise, coming that wasn't positive from the crowd. So it's just, that's really it. I mean, when you're DJing, that's the moment that's going to just ruin everything for you. At least it feels like it when you're up there and, either you train wreck or, fortunately, I don't recall too many train wrecks for myself, even when I was first starting out.
And hopefully the audience doesn't either.
Yeah, exactly. Usually I'm like the only one that feels like I'm train wrecking, and everyone's like, no, you're fine. But there's been times where, the equipment cuts out or something happens with that, and it's just like, oh, man, I can't,
Yeah.
it's just so embarrassing.
What about you, Myxzlplix?
Well, I mean, I've had a long career, so it's definitely happened a few times. But I'll just say most recently is we had James Hopkins from Toronto, Canada, come out recently, and he was one of our guest DJs, and I was playing after him, and something got lost in translation when I was going on, and I ended up stopping like his track that I was supposed to mix into, and I was so prepared. I was like so excited to play my set. He played a great set. It was a great night. And I was ready to jump on, and I just ended up stopping like his track by accident.
Oh,
and
no.
It was, probably a half a second before I caught it, luckily. But it was just one of those things where it's just like, oh man, like, it's just
You
like,
can't mask that with
Yeah.
reverb.
yeah. So it kind of threw me off a little bit. I mean, like, it happens as a DJ. But that was probably one of the things that I'll never forget. But that's just me being hard on myself. I don't think the crowd really like.
It
I
happens.
was there, and I don't
It's like,
remember that.
I was there. It was horrible.
I don't know. I was there. And I was there, and I
See,
don't
there
remember
you
that
go.
happening. So
Yeah.
Yeah, something I've heard so many times from so many different people is not only are you your own harshest critic, but
Yeah.
you'll remember so much more about your own mistakes and your own, passé, faux pas, anything you mistakenly do. I mean, honestly, think about the last time you heard a DJ mess up when you were watching someone set or just standing backstage. I personally can't recall, and I've been to plenty of events. I've seen both sides, from crowd, from running the stage. So it's just great for everybody to know that it's a family. You all support each other.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
okay to make mistakes.
Yeah.
We
We're
all
human.
do.
It's
Yeah.
about how you recover.
Especially
Well,
if you're a real DJ.
I like
yeah.
And don't rely upon.
Yeah,
pre-recorded
if you're not
tracks.
just pressing play and like
Just throw that
twisting
in there.
knobs,
Pressing
like that's
play
how
and
you
sync.
that's how you know the DJ's DJing for real
If
when he
it's-
makes mistakes.
Exactly. If it's like a completely flawless set, you kind of
It's like,
what happened?
I don't know.
But I don't. I always like to say, if you're not making mistakes, you're probably not making anything at all.
You're not
Yeah.
trying hard enough.
Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing
course.
your stories. And I
Yeah.
just want to remind everyone that this is KCR College Radio, AM 1610 on SDSU, the award-winning Sound of State
Yep.
All right, here we go with the next mix.
by Myxzlplix.
Myxzlplix.
All right, that was Myxzlplix set, and it was awesome. We were dancing in the studio like every Tuesday.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
So I have one last question for you guys.
Yeah.
What does the future hold for Techniche?
It's
Well,
a lot.
a lot. Yeah, we're always like I was saying earlier, we're always like trying to take things to the next level. But the immediate next thing that we're doing is our event. We're doing what we call our Blackout event. So this will be our third one. It's Blackout 3 on this Thursday at Rich's. It's myself and John and my good friend and probably one of the best techno DJs in San Diego, my good friend Johnny Thin, is going to join us for that. So that's this Thursday.
Thursday, what time?
We start at 10 o'clock.
10
Doors
o'clock.
open at
And
10,
you get in
so
for free if you dress in all black.
dress in all black.
Blackout
get
for
in
Blackout
free.
3.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
if-
I'll be there. So say hi to me if you go. Bring me like a yerba mate or like something sweet. Whatever.
Yeah.
If that's what you want, I got it.
And if you guys go to Eventbrite, go check out Techniche Blackout 3. Go to Eventbrite and put in the promo code DARKNESS, and you get in for free. before
Ooh,
11.
darkness.
So,
Darkness.
Feeling that October vibe.
but we do encourage
yeah.
you to come
Of course.
in all black.
Yeah,
Um,
coming on black. That's the easiest thing. Get in for
Yeah.
free. Enjoy some good techno. Get some jello shots from
Yeah.
me. Like, woo.
Yeah, there you go.
Awesome. The
But
whole
yeah,
family's gonna
that's
be
the
there.
immediate future. But we do have a record label coming. That's all I'm going to say. That's the next level that we have to do.
News forthcoming on the record label. You heard it here first.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Well,
So-
thank you so much for
thank
being
you,
here.
guys.
It was
Thank
a
you.
pleasure.
No, awesome.
And it was an awesome time.
It
Yeah.
was. Thank you guys so much.
We look forward to having you back on the show in a little bit. We'll follow up on what's new for Techniche.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you,
All
folks.
right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Till next Tuesday. Techno Tuesday.
Techno
Scarlett
Tuesday
Letter.
with Scarlett Letter. This is KCR College Radio.
The award winning sound of state.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Peace.